What? That doesn't sound fun to you?
Of course not!
Then start talking! Nobody's gonna come help you now. I'll give you a chance to think it over. You better be ready by the time I come back.
Kido's already a broken man. My guess? At this point, he's just desperate to...
Yeah.
Maybe you should take a breather. I'm sure giving Kido some time to stew will make him realize talking's the only option. We'll keep an eye...
Thanks.
Hey, even a guy like you needs to take breaks. You've been up... Good to go, Yagami-san?
Ready to talk yet?
Yes.
3 years ago, Shono killed a patient by experimenting on him with 89. When did you find out?
Right after the press conference. The one where we announced AD9 to the world. Shono told me himself. Just thinking about it makes my blood boil. Even after all this time.
I have some concerns about 89. At the moment, it's only effective on mice.
I'm well aware of that, yes. But I'm confident it will work on humans, too.
No. I'm afraid you're mistaken.
What's this now? We just had a fantastic conference. This is no time for doom and gloom. Just sit back and try to relax. You deserve it. Oh, and by the way, Ichinose was thrilled with what he saw. One day, we're almost getting shut down. The next, we have a massive budget. And if you can make consistent progress, AD9 will head to clinical...
At this stage, I'm afraid clinical trials would be inadvisable. If we try, all the test subjects will die.
Are you sure? How can you say that with such confidence, huh?
Shinpei Okubo was actually innocent.
What? Innocent? Why are you bringing this up now?
The court ruled correctly. Waku-san, his murder didn't play out like you think it did. The real cause of death was none other than 89.
What do you mean?
That murder was... It was a secret clinical trial for 89. I gave him the injection, personally.
You did what?
Please, I had to take this opportunity. The whole world is waiting for this cure. But when I injected him, he let out the most horrible scream. These hands covered his mouth. I tried to make him shut up.
Which means you're a murderer. How could you be such a damn fool? What are we going to do? Shono, I just spent the entire afternoon talking up your drug to the press. With my goddamn name on the research!
If you hadn't held that press conference, the ADDC would have been done for, and you...
Why didn't you tell me this before?
I needed you, Dr. Kido. I couldn't let the center get shut down. The AD9 project would have been terminated. But you know, this has been my entire life's work. ensuring that AD9 would save the world.
This whole thing is preposterous. I'm going to the press!
There's no need for that.
Huh?
Don't you understand, Director? As long as we finish AD9's development, there won't be any issues. Your name will go down in history as the man who saved the world. Not to mention the money. But if you really insist on revealing the truth, both of our careers would go down the drain. And you have more to lose, Director.
Shono, you're mad.
Is that all Shono told you?
There's gotta be more. Waku-san wasn't the only person Shono killed, was he?
No. He needed Shinpei Okubo to take the fall. And murdered Emi Terasawa to accomplish that.
You did know!
Hey!
Fuck that!
Save it, Sugiura. We're not done yet. What happened next, after Shono killed Emi?
Don't you already know?
You had Hashiki murdered.
I didn't. It wasn't me.
Hashiki was digging around, trying to find something wrong with AD9. You and Shono didn't like that too much. But you needed some help to take care of him. Someone else who wanted to protect AD9. That person was... Ichinose from the Ministry of Health. The guy who founded the ADDC made it a place all the old guard ministry execs could retire to.
Yes. Shono and I went to Ichinose-san and pleaded with him to help us. After all, he's known for being well-versed in political matters, both above board and otherwise. So, we told him everything. About Waku-san dying in the experiment, about Emi Terasawa. Every last detail. Without hesitation, Ichinose-san agreed to help us with the cover-up. According to him, protecting AD9 was top priority. Hence why he decided to silence Hashiki. Ichinose-san knew he was Kajihira's spy from the start, and acted accordingly.
Meaning he's the one who first dragged Hamura and Kuroiwa into this bullshit. Real barrel of fucking monkeys.
With Hashiki out of the way, all that was left for us to do was complete AD9. But we realized something. If we entered clinical trials and another patient died, our dream, too, would be dead. The ADDC would be no more. And all our sacrifices would have been for nothing.
Your sacrifices? How can you say that with a straight face? You're not the ones who died for some bullshit drug!
Go on.
Through all my hesitation, Shono kept pushing. Aggressive to a damn fault. He said we couldn't be afraid of failure if we really wanted to finish AD9. That we needed to keep experimenting until we succeeded. He also said the only way to speed up development was to keep conducting clinical trials in secret. Shono was adamant about that.
Why?
Think about it. If we could hide the fact that our subjects were dying, we could continue experimenting despite the risks. In order to do so, we needed a way to quickly procure and discard test subjects. With that, it would only be a matter of time until AD-9 was complete.
And those test subjects were the Kyorei clan men.
Ichinose-san listened to every single one of Shono's requests. My only role in all of this was obtaining the funds required. And so, money flowed into the ADDC from the Ministry of Health. Money which I gave to Shono, allowing him to build a secret lab in Kamurocho.
What?
It's where he carries out all of his human experiments.
Huh? Where exactly is this lab?
I'm not sure of the specific location. I try not to come between Shono and Ichinose-san unless absolutely necessary.
So that lab is where all the killings happened, where those Kyorei guys were slaughtered. If anywhere's gonna have evidence, it's there.
You sure you don't know where it is?
Detective Kuroiwa would, of course.
He's not as talkative as you, though.
In that case... There was another person involved in setting up the lab.
Who?
A subordinate of Ichinose-san. I believe his name was Ishimatsu.
I've heard that name before. He was the middleman between Hamura and Shono.
Where's this Ishimatsu guy?
In Kamurocho. There's a Ministry of Health office up in the Millennium Tower. Apparently, he'll be in tonight.
Wait, the Millennium Tower?
That's where they oversee Shono's secret lab. Nobody knows the office is there. The sign out front even has a different name.
They really got a place like that?
Well, Ishimatsu knows where the lab is, yeah? This'll be easy.
Just gotta strip him down and force him to talk.
Hold up. I've got a better idea.
Hmm?
First, we give this Ichimatsu guy some kind of reason to go to the lab. Then we just follow him from the Millennium Tower.
Not bad. Ishimatsu himself will lead us straight there.
But how are we gonna get him to go?
Well, we'll
We'll get our buddy Kido here to give him a call.
Huh?
Say something about how we're closing in on the lab. Tell him you need him over there to stand guard.
You know, that might just work.
And what? You think I'll just agree to this?
You better. If you don't want to spread in your little video, that is.
That settles it then. What does Ishimatsu look like?
He's in his 50s. Always wears a gray suit. Short man. Not that much over 5 feet. And he always wears gloves.
That could be any regular-ass old dude in this town.
Anything else?
There may be photos of him on the internet.
You seriously telling us to just search him?
Yes. Well, not exactly. Try looking up Vice Minister Ichinose. Ishimatsu might have ended up in a photo of his at some point.
Gotcha. Could take a while, but I should be able to find something.
Kaito, Higashi, mind hanging back here with Kido?
Sure.
What about me, then?
You get to tail Ishimatsu with me. You're good at that kind of stuff, right?
Guess so, yeah. Well, let's head to the Millennium Tower.
Be safe, you two. I'll send you a shot of Ishimatsu once I've got one.
Great. Let's move out.